What is going on, guys? Riv's Game Room is now open, and today we're taking a look at some more bad movie-based games since you guys seem to like that stuff. Speaking of liking, though, remember to like, comment, subscribe, and let's get on with it. And our first game of the day is, oh god, this one, Back to the Future on the NES. Let's take a look. Right off the bat, that version of Johnny Be Good was in the movie, but it kind of sounds... It kind of reminds me of music from American Gladiator on the Super NES. It doesn't sound anything like this. And it's gonna get worse because you sit here and dodge items all this. What did this have to do with the movie? You have to collect these blocks too. And what did this actually have anything to do with the movie? Marty doesn't even look like Marty. And what's he doing to the sidewalk? You're gonna die a lot. I'm just gonna say that right now. Unless you master the jump. Then you might. You see, you're not gonna get all of this. I don't get what they were trying to do here. This Hill Valley, but it doesn't feel like Hill Valley, if that makes sense. If I were watching the movie and I saw this, there is no way I would equate this to Hill Valley. And that music's going to get in the way here for a little while. I'll say that. It already has with me. I own this game too, so graphically it's not very good that way. Okay, so collecting the clock resets the... kind of gives you more time. Okay, that makes a little sense. So the clock is like a time timer. Yeah, I swear I didn't get that when I first played this. Still doesn't make it a fun game, because it isn't. Back to the Future 3 was more fun than this, and that game's rock hard, difficulty-wise. I might have to do that in another bad movie games episode. There's absolutely nothing redeeming about this game. As a matter of fact, if you're a follower of AVG, the Angry Video Game Nerd, you'll think this must be an LJN game, and you'd be right. It is. Most movie games on NES were LJN, so that's why a lot of them are horrible. I don't like how if you get hit, the clock you were closest to is going to disappear. If you think this one's bad though, just wait until I throw in Ghostbusters. Thankfully it's not this episode. Not gonna happen this episode. I've already got my second game picked out. See, those two clocks just disappeared instead of letting me recollect them. But I gotta ask, when did any of this happen in any of the movies? If you're gonna make a movie game, at least let it follow the movie. I mean, at least the Terminator games on the Genesis that I played anyway followed the movie. Especially the Sega CD. We'll get into that in a good movie-based games episode. Okay, so we pick up the bowling ball, we can hurl it at enemies here to make things a little easier. I'd say like no else. I don't know if this game belongs on the NES. Kind of feels like it belongs on the Atari from the way it plays. It's just one of those get to the end of the screen endless runner type, feels like. I need to collect one more clock. Where would that be? Okay, what just happened there? Okay, we don't need... No, wait, I misread that. You get to collect the clock, but you gotta get to the end of the stage, too, which we just did. And with that, I get to show you the next stage. Lovely. Which, I believe it's the same thing again. Yep, same thing again. Okay, so that's going to wrap it up for Back to the Future. I'll show more of this later, and we'll be back in just a second with the second. So what do I think about Back to the Future? What can I say that hasn't already been said? This game's just downright awful. I got it for $6, thank goodness. If you can get it that cheap, yeah, go for it. Anyway, I'll be back with True Lies in just a second. And this, everybody, yes, it's another LJN game. This is True Lies on the SNES. If you think this one's going to be good, that's a lie. I already don't get the name of the game and the movie. True Lies? Lies are not true. That's, what's the word I'm looking for? That's an oxymoron. That's what that is. Okay, so let's see what we've got here. Already you can tell this game isn't going to be very good. Now, mind you, I have not seen the movie, so I'm not going to comment on if this follows the movie or not. Let me know in the comments if it does, or doesn't. This kind of has a top-down view, kind of like... Why does this remind me of a very bad Zombies Ate My Neighbors, just without the zombies? Oh, don't shoot the taxpayers. Got it. Okay, how do you tell who's a civilian and who's not? I'm as confused as anybody. Okay, he's definitely not a civilian, he's got a gun. That's how you can tell. So are we playing Dirty Harry Callahan here? Graphically, it's okay for a Super Nintendo game. Musically, meh. Honestly, yeah, this one is bad. That's why it's in this episode. Does anybody else get Die Hard on NES flashbacks here? Except Die Hard is actually decent. Problem is, this game is more difficult than what it needs to be. And I don't have any more ammunition. Human shield. Okay, see, I don't get why this game has to be so difficult. You saw me get rushed by about 5 or 6 different enemies. So yeah, this isn't Dirty Harry Callahan from, Dirty Harry. That's another one I need to cover in a Bad Games episode, Bad Movie Games episode. We'll get to that later, though. Just be careful you don't shoot the civilians. I would use them as a human shield if it were me. Like this. You should have a punch button, for goodness sake. And you only get 2 lives? This is really stupid. A game this hard, you need more lives. Down you go, down Yoblet goes, and down you go. Difficulty is the main thing I want to complain about here. Only because, yeah, it's fucking difficult. Insanely, actually. At least, I think you get to start from where you left off, so I'm gonna need to... Watch out. They killed a taxpayer. Let me by! I need to get some help. Yeah, they'll fire at me, but they won't fire. Well, that's the other way the game ends, everybody. Hit enough civilians, the game's over. What else can I say about this one? We'll be right back with final thoughts in just a minute. Final thoughts on True Lies? Don't get it. It's not really that good. I went into this expecting more, but honestly, to refer back to an older Bad Movie Games episode, I think Total Recall is better than this. I know Die Hard's better than this, and I was getting Die Hard flashbacks with this one. Die Hard's better. What is it called? Total Recall is better. Hell, I'd say Fantasia is better than this. And Fantasia's horrible. Anyway, with both these games, don't really go for either of them. I mean, yeah. Well, we'll have more bad movie games in a future episode for you, but for right now, Rib's Game Room is closed. Goodbye, everyone! So, what do I think? What was the game?
And what is going on, guys? It's Rib for Wildcat Productions. And Rib's...